Excuse me. Good morning, everybody. How are you? We hope that you're well. I want to share something with you which is really not for Suidlanders. It's more for people that you may know who need to be, let's say, educated on the extent of what's happening in South Africa. Here's something that is hard to believe, but which is true. Okay, so here's how the article reads. The title is Race Baiting. In other words, somebody who provokes other people, goads other people, antagonizes other people, baits other people with race. Race baiting South Africa cricket director blackmails Momentum Life sponsor with government pension fund and state-owned enterprises disinvestment and bad broad-based black economic empowerment ratings. A tweet by a black female director of Cricket South Africa has exposed what has been suspected. Anti-racism in South Africa has become an extortion racket and blackmail weapon wielded by the ANC regime, the EFF and comrades. In a mind-blowing display of black entitlement and abuse of position, a black female Cricket South Africa director, Eugenia Kula Amayol, who has previously said she does not watch a whole cricket game because it is too long, has openly threatened their main sponsor, on Twitter, that they should reconsider withdrawing their main sponsorship of Cricket South Africa. Some of you will have heard that in the course of the past week, today is the 20th of September, I believe that it was in the course of this past week, or perhaps as long ago as a week and a half ago, Momentum withdrew as the main sponsor of South African cricket. Because they are unhappy with how, they said this because they're unhappy with how Cricket South Africa is managed, presumably by people like Eugenia. So this is what this leading cricketing brain, which presumably she is, or she wouldn't be on the board of directors of one of the world's leading cricketing countries, the board of directors of the National Association for Cricket of one of the world's leading cricketing countries. So, Momentum forgets that we invest hundreds of millions in Momentum in our SOE, state-owned enterprise investments, and pension funds. I don't know the relevance of the following, but I'll tell it to you. I remember asking for the BBBEE certificate in my other board. Just check before you make an irrational decision. She is not a South African. She is, I believe, a Ghanaian. And I think the thing that there are two things to say here. Firstly, three things. May this be a lesson to people like Graham Smith, A.B. du Plessis, and Jacques Collis, who have bent the knee before Black Lives Matter, which is, it is now conclusively proven, out of the mouths of two of the directors or founders of Black Lives Matter in the United States of America, that the organization has a spiritual component. Fact. And in fact, the one spoke about how she poured libations, offerings to the ancestors. Not she alone, some of them. She reported it. She mentioned it. She described it. Poured libations to the ancestors for blessings on Black Lives Matter. The second thing to say is, it's phenomenal that there are still some people in South Africa who don't see what is occurring in the society. And the third thing to say is, how dare an outsider whose society can produce nothing of value come to South Africa and tell us that all of the excellent things in which she wishes to participate and for which participation she wishes to be handsomely paid are not good enough. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't see or not, don't address Suidlanders now. If others of you who are not Suidlanders cannot see what is happening in South Africa, it's not your mommy and your daddy's fault. It's not your university's fault. It's not life's fault. It's not the world's fault. It's not in the sense of life, the world, and everything. It's not everything's fault. It's your fault. Your society is being destroyed left, right, and center. Every good thing is going to rack and ruin. And you are still carrying the banner for insanity. You are still sticking up, excuse me, at least to some extent, for something that has proven itself to not make sense. Not meaning that you and I can't make sense of it, but that it doesn't make sense. And which is always destructive. The African National Congress, the Revolution, the South African Communist Party and their allies, and the lapdogs of the ANC, such as the EFF, which was founded by the ANC to occupy certain political territory which it could not be seen to be occupying. That lapdog, that controlled opposition. The New South Africa, the Rainbow Nation, they are always destructive. Always and in everything. I encourage you not to like me or to appreciate my ranting and raving style or to be a Suidlander. But I encourage you to use your noggin and see what is going on around you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.